At 8 years old, my best friend Jenny and I conspired to get rid of our fat. It was 1981. We were entering the 2nd grade. We barely watched television, so we had no real idea of media-generated ideals. And yet, we thought we were fat. Years later, I would see pictures of us as if for the first time, and realize that we were actually lean and willowy. At 18, I arrived at college to find that I looked like no one else. My self-consciousness was amplified when a friend suggested that I try highlights on my black curls. In that moment, I internalized the idea that my hair wasn't right, that I wasn't right. At 24, I was a high school teacher, telling my students they were brilliant and smart and could do anything. Some days, despite my earnest efforts, I couldn't make them buy the truth that I was selling. I packed healthy lunches every day for one of my soccer players who wouldn't feed herself. When another one of my athletes regularly broke into so much anger that no one could escape her derision, not even herself, I would sweep her into my arms and hold her, trying to calm her into believing in her own worth. When one of my mentees in a summer program said that her boyfriend wanted sex, I reminded her that what she wanted was just as important. When the last day of school came, I called my students, one by one, to the front of the classroom while I played a song that reminded me of him or her, Closer to Find by the Indigo Girls, Pride by U2, Everything is Everything by Lauryn Hill, or A Wink and a Smile by Harry Connick Jr. And a reverent silence fell over that space, my students basking in being acknowledged. Each would sit on a stool in front of the room while I celebrated a trait that I appreciated most about him or her: inquisitiveness, compassion, passion, wisdom, patience. And my students relished the fact that their brilliance was being recognized. At 34, I was having lunch with 9 7th-grade girls at a local middle school when one of the guidance counselors, a woman in her late 50s, whom I knew and admired, walked in to say hello. It was school picture day, and each girl had taken great care to get ready that morning. "Are you getting your picture taken?" one girl asked the counselor. "I hate having my picture taken," she answered. "When I was in 4th grade, I was the tallest kid in school. When I went to pose for my school picture, the photographer, who was a man, screamed, 'We have a big one here!' I've hated having my picture taken ever since." "Do you like your height now?" I asked. For a moment, she looked confused. "I love my height," she said, "and I shouldn't mind having my picture taken anymore." I had given that man so much power over my life, and he's probably not even alive. I know what it's like to want to believe in yourself wholeheartedly, only to have episodes in your life lead you to question your own beauty and radiance. I know what it's like to try to what it's like to try to help someone galvanize her own power, realize her own brilliance. It's what I most wish to offer, whether I'm spending time with a little girl in my life, a dear friend, an acquaintance, or one of my students. And it's what is offered here in Beautiful You, a daily guide to radical self-acceptance. We can all grow no matter our history. We can all recognize our brilliance. Recognizing beauty, as it turns out, is a choice. You can see it the way you want to see it, or you can see it the way the world hands it to you, or you can see it the way you want to see it.